Good morning. 0630. Today I got started a bit late. Today I'm going to talk about obstacles. Things that get in your way. Life happens. If life is a road, there are obstacles. There are things that get in our way. Sometimes it's a little pebble. Don't even notice it. A grain of sand. Who cares? Sometimes it's a rock, and we might stub our toe or stump our toe. Is it stub the toe or stump the toe? Correct me in the comments. Sometimes it's a big stone and we have to step around it or step over it. Sometimes it's a boulder blocking the entire path. We can't see the other side. We have to figure out how to pass this obstacle. There's a couple different ways we can do this. First thing, I'm an Aries. I think with my head. I use my head in every situation. Can I go through it? Can I just barrel through and crush this thing and get to the other side? If that works, great. Ow. If it doesn't, well, I got to think of something else. Can I get over it somehow? Can I rise above the situation? Can I put myself in a better position to navigate this obstacle? Rise above it. Can't get above it? Okay. Can I go around it? Can I simply avoid the obstacle? Can I go, nope, I'm not going to risk that because the dangers of what could happen if I tried to go over or through this thing, it's too much of a risk. Maybe I should go around it. Avoid the obstacle. Well, the path on both sides is blocked. Can't rise above it. It's in your way, and you can't crack it. Sometimes you do have to sink to a different level. Go under it. Drop your standards. Let go of the obsessive, I have to do things a certain way. I can't just sacrifice. No. Sometimes you got to let go. Limbo, limbo, limbo. How low can you go without compromising yourself? Without compromising your future, can you sink below the obstacle? Can you drop your standards of the way you have to have things done to get to the other side? So let's see. You can't rise above it. It's too big. You can't crack through it. It's just too hard. Too risky. You can't avoid it. It's gonna happen. And even though you've dropped your holier than thou standards, even though you have let go a little bit of your obsession, and I gotta have things a certain way, it's still not gonna work. Here's my suggestion. Don't sit there and wait. Don't crumble to the ground and pout and expect somebody else to remove this boulder from your path. If all of those things simply do not work, turn around. The answer to your problem is somewhere in your past. Maybe the path you are taking right now with this insurmountable, unmovable object is simply the wrong path for you. We have to consider that. We have to acknowledge that sometimes we may be passionate or set on something that is not good for us. Oh, coffee is life. Especially on a non-productive day, right? Sometimes we have to concede. Sometimes we have to make concessions. We have to compromise. Occasionally, more often than not, I guess, we have to realize that our limits are our limits. You cannot simply do anything that you want to do. You are not going to just succeed no matter what. There are some things that are simply out of our reach. There are. And that's okay. I'm not telling you to not even try. I'm not telling you to give up. keep moving. Keep moving forward. Even though this path that I'm right now on is blocked, I cannot rise above it. I cannot navigate around it. I can't barrel through it. I've hurt myself trying to do so. I can't let things go and get by it. The answer's back there. Somewhere along this path, I've deviated from where I should be. And I need to go back and find that place, get my bearings again, reorient my direction, and continue moving forward. Because I'm facing forward right now. I'm walking in a forward direction. I am moving on my goal. What happens if I do this? Am I no longer moving forward? No, I'm not moving in that direction anymore, but I'm still going forward. I am still following my feet. I am still pursuing my goal to walk today, to get this done. I am still moving forward. I'm just traveling in a different direction. Sometimes the project we start doesn't end up the way we intended it. Sometimes life happens, and the result is completely unforeseen to us. On the road of life, there are many obstacles. How you choose to deal with those obstacles depends on the situation and where you want to be eventually. Good morning. 0500, 0520, 0600, something like that. I'm out here again, day 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna have to take a look at the videos and see which day it is. I can't remember. Not having a good mental day, right? Not saying my mental health is in jeopardy. No. Nothing like that. I don't need those trigger words out there. Everybody thinking, oh, RB needs help. No. You go do your thing, man. You go push all that extra positive you've got into the world around you today. Hell, put your positivity into your own self. Literally, take that positivity and shove it up your ass. How about that? Not being rude, but how often do we push positive vibes in other people's directions? How many times do we wish other people the best? Thoughts and prayers, all those great things that we wish for others. How many times do we take off our own shirt and give it to the person next to us? Acts of charity are a good thing, man. Good vibes, goodwill, being there for your friends, being a good friend, all of that's fantastic. But at what point, whoa, okay, that fountain just popped on. That kind of spooked me a little bit, like, woo! At what point do we stop giving everything we've got to others and start giving what we need to ourselves, man? If there's nothing but crumbs on your own table, you cannot feed your friends a banquet. You can't get mileage from an empty tank. Oh, it's about to get really dark over here. I'm gonna go ahead and pause this and resume when I got light. All right, we got a little bit of light coming back. I'll go ahead, keep talking. So, how often do we give to others and we refuse to give to ourselves? We're taught to believe that we're selfish somehow for taking some time alone or feeding ourselves any kinds of positive. That when we see somebody else in need, that we must give to them instead of taking, because somehow you're not a good person unless you're giving to others. You're a good person if you're a good person. Period. There's no quota on how much you give to others. But there is a quota on how much you give to yourself. We do require love. And the love we receive from the outside world is often uncertain. The only guaranteed love that exists in each one of our own lives is our own self-love. The love you can give to yourself is guaranteed because it's certain. You have control over that. You cannot control who loves you outside of yourself. You can't control how often they do good things for you. You cannot control how long people stay in your life. They could decide to move across the country and then you lose touch. They could just be taken away by life. Your own love for yourself is the only love for you that you can guarantee. It's the only sure thing we've got. I'm not saying it's the only one you need, but I don't think we're using it to its potential. I don't think we're taking advantage of the fact that we can sustain our own appreciation for who we are. Your self-image is imperative to your mental health. You gotta start giving to yourself as well as giving in the other ways that you do. I'm not saying stop giving. I'm not saying don't love anybody. But what I am saying is you gotta start loving yourself. You've got to start giving something to you that doesn't come from anywhere else, that doesn't depend on any other source. There is an endless wellspring of mana to cast love potion on yourself. How often do we tap into it? Underutilized resources, man. Love yourselves, guys, while you're loving everybody else. Good afternoon. We're going to talk about patience. What is patience? Well, patience is a virtue. Patience is something that you learn by having patience. Patience comes to those who wait. I think all of us could use a little more patience in our lives. To describe this to my daughter, who does not deal in abstracts, I described it as patience is waiting with a smile. When you cannot move forward, or you have to wait on something, patience is waiting and smiling. When you're stuck in traffic and you're gonna be late, and all that. If you're gonna be late because you're stuck in traffic, then take this as a learning opportunity. Plan your day a little better, leave the house a little earlier, set yourself up to go to bed a little earlier the night before so you're well rested, have things set out for your next day. A little bit of preparation and proactive planning can help you not be late, to help your day be more productive. We've already covered that. But patience, sometimes things just get in the way. Sometimes things happen, and we have to be tolerant because we know they're coming. We know things are going to get in our way. We don't know when, we don't know where or how, but we know they're going to be there. Something's always going to go wrong. So maybe you having to wait right now is preventing something bad from happening to you if you were up there in the line. Maybe if you're stuck in a traffic jam, an accident would have occurred, and you're not a part of it because you're having to wait. There's so many possibilities. There's so many things that could happen. Don't let things bog you down. Try to step back, take a deep breath, and just wait and smile. I'm not saying it's that easy every time, but it does break down simply to just that, waiting with a smile. Things are going to happen. Things are going to get in your way. Chill out. Where are you rushing to? Patience is waiting with a smile. There's not really much I can say much. I can't really say much more about that. It is that simple. Patience is hard to learn, and I know it doesn't come easy, but it doesn't mean you stop trying. So give it your best. Be patient, and you will find that patience comes easier if you wait.